I'm Patricia Robb, welcoming you to the 1930s. As you know, this online course started on Monday of last week, and it will continue for 12 weeks and end in early May. The first thing you need to do, and I'm presuming you've done this already, is to print out the course syllabus, which is available on the homepage on Blackboard. It will serve as a general guideline for the semester, but I'll be clarifying specific assignments as we go along, and so you should keep up with the weekly overviews in each of the weekly folders that I'll be opening each week. The due dates for the two major papers, as well as the final exam, are pretty well set, and they're indicated on the syllabus. But the specific assignments for each week and the dates that they're due will vary from week to week. So for specifics, go to the weekly overviews. If you have any questions about anything in the course or any problems accessing the reading or whatever, you may want to post a message on the open forum discussion, as I've already indicated in a couple of emails. I would hope that if anybody could help out who saw a message on the open forum, they'd go ahead and do so. And I think you'd get a reply more quickly than if you email me directly. And furthermore, if there's anybody else who had the same question, it would help for them to see the answer online. Also, you could use the open forum to post any news articles that you might run across that have to do with the 30s that you want to share, or anything else in general about the course or issues having to do with the course that don't relate directly to one of the week's discussions. You should have purchased by now the course textbooks, and that includes Kennedy's Freedom from Fear, Odette's Waiting for Lefty and other plays, as well as Richard Wright's Uncle Tom's Children. For this first week, and for many of the subsequent weeks in the course, you need to participate in an online discussion. That's the main form of activity that we'll be doing in this course, but not the only one. I won't be counting your grade in this week 1 discussion, but instead, when the discussion ends, I'm going to be sending you detailed feedback of how you did and what your grade would have been, so that you'll have a good idea of how I grade before the week 2 discussion starts and you really do have a grade that counts. For most weeks, the discussion cycle will begin on Saturday and end on Tuesday night. But this first week, it's really gone quite a long time, starting last Monday and continuing up until next Tuesday. And the reason for that was I thought people might have some access problems getting onto Blackboard. They might have trouble getting the books, or one thing or another might come up. And so I've really extended this first discussion quite a ways until next Tuesday, the 9th. Now for this week, as for any other week, what I'd like you to do is first answer the discussion questions that I've posted, and they're also posted in advance in the weekly overview. And then write thoughtful replies to other people's comments, with at least 2 comments for other people's comments for each of the discussion threads. This week you don't have to reply to people's discussions or introductions to themselves, but you should be replying with at least 2 separate comments to the 2 discussion threads for this week. I also would like you to post your answers and your comments on at least 2 different days of the discussion cycle to make this as much like an actual discussion as possible. Don't just come on one day, do all of your questions and answers all on the same time, and never go back to see what other people have to say. Instead, try to spread your comments out over at least 2 days and more if possible. And also try not to put most of your responses near the last hour and a half of the discussion on Tuesday, when not very many people are likely to see them. Once you've gotten going on the discussions, I think you're going to find these requirements are a lot easier to meet than they might seem at first. I think the most time-consuming part each week is going to be doing the readings in the first place and preparing your initial answers to the discussion questions, to my discussion questions. Then I think it's fairly easy to go back onto the discussion, read what other people have had to say, and then respond to those comments that you find the most interesting to address. If you have any questions about what to do about this or anything else, I'm always ready to answer them, and you can post them, as I said before, on the open forums page. By the way, save Tuesday night, February 16th, from 7:15 until 8:15 for the first of our two WIMBA discussions. WIMBA discussions are required for online courses by continuing education, and there's a minimum of two that are required, and that's the number that we'll be doing in this course. There's instructions on the course website for preparing for a WIMBA discussion if you haven't done one before. So you should open the WIMBA Classroom folder on the home page, click on the Student Quick Start Guide for an overview of WIMBA, and then click on Optimizing WIMBA to make sure you're ready to participate on February 16th. If you can't participate on the 16th because you're working or you have some other commitment, I will be archiving the discussion from that night, and I would expect anybody who doesn't participate to review the archive, and then I'll probably ask you to post a brief Dropbox assignment just to go over the points that we've covered in the discussion. So, see you online, and I'm looking forward to working with you this semester. Again, get in touch with me or post something on the Open Meetings, the Open Forums page if you have any questions as we're going along.